that's going to take you to use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed.
Welcome into the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington. It's Peyton Behrens and Cole Weaver here to bring you a little Sunday night MASL, and there is the man of the hour, Boris Pardo. He's the legendary San Diego Sockers goalkeeper who is one save away from career number 2,000, and we're waiting on pins and needles to see that kind of milestone be met. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here in Kent, Washington. Mitre is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, Mitre is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com. Cole, we're just moments away from kickoff here. We know San Diego is bouncing back after a tough, vicious game last night. They got a win 4-3. Some surprising faces on the team sheet that we see for San Diego, and none other than Nick Pereira. Played last night for San Diego, bagged himself 2 assists, and he's going to do the doubleheader. He's playing tonight in Tacoma.
Yeah, no, it was, we were talking about it pre-game, Peyton, and we weren't sure if we were going to see the legend here, but he has decided to suit up, and it'll be another person for the Stars to look out for this evening.
Pereira spent a handful of years here in Tacoma. He was the leader, multiple-time MVP, MASL's all-time assist leader, and it's exciting to see him wearing 77 and back in the Showwear Center, this time as a visitor. First kick out of play, out of bounds as we get started. The Tacoma Stars are wearing white jerseys tonight. San Diego is in blue. Tacoma Stars are proudly celebrating Latino Heritage Night. The Stars are wearing special edition jerseys. They're inspired by the iconic look of the Mexican national team, honoring culture and passion to help shape the beautiful game. These one-of-a-kind jerseys are available at auction right now through the LiveSource app, giving fans a chance to take home a piece of tonight's celebration. Don't miss your opportunity to bid and support the Stars while celebrating Latino heritage. There it is.
These are good-looking jerseys too, Peyton. I might have to get me one of these. I like clean white. They got nice accents with the orange. It's nicely done.
Field players in white, goalkeepers in green. Luis Beretta is starting for the Tacoma Stars here. Tyler John, an early deflection. Cesar Cerda chases it back. Pardo clears away. Last touch off Hansen, out of play and into the bench. Quickly restarted. Pereira checks onto the field. He's ahead of the ball near Logan Jones, just off your screen to the left. This is Ruggles. Put in some good shifts last night. Long ball directed for Pereira off the glass, target forward. Settles it, backs down Jones, has the ball on his right. Ramos and Jones double team. Ramos can't go up the wall. Jones tries to come in, no. Pereira turns, thinks about a shot, goes down low. Mendez skips the ball back over for Pereira. Plays up the wall around Briscoe, but Briscoe wins it. He takes an elbow high, and that's our first whistle of the night. Foul on Mitchell Cardenas.
Yeah, Nick Pereira getting involved in early and doing what he does best. Really strong hold-up player and playing off the glass there, as we saw. Did have the opportunity to get his shot off, but elected for the pass instead. I'm sure he'll think twice next time around.
Classic Nick Pereira, always looking for the assist. Ball played up the wall. Cerda. Tyler John intervenes in the final third. Here's Cale Spence. Spence, a local product, as much of this Tacoma Stars roster is. He came up through the Tacoma reserves, now getting his time with the first team. Correa goes square for Beretta. Good build-up play. This is Mendoza, bottom of your screen. Chips a ball. Not going to count as the 2000 save. Clearly not a shot from distance there for Mendoza. Here's Ruggles, plays himself off the wall. That shot, it's just wide. Jones header back to Luis Beretta. Quick dish, Ramos times it off the wall. He's pushed off the ball by Cesar Cerda.
Almost glad that wasn't counted as his 2000 save. It would have been a pretty unremarkable one to do so.
Pardo wants a challenge. Yeah. He's a man of honor. Pacheco. Long ball to Morgan. Rivers goes to close down, diagonal ball. Excuse me, that was Cardenas. Morgan thinks he got kicked. Halts play, slows it down. He's asking for help. Long ball goes all the way down to Pardo, and the Sockers will reset. Soccer's 3-1-1 right now. Slow start to the season. Find themselves on the up and up. Here's Briscoe. Briscoe taken off of his feet just inside that attacking third line. Referee sets the ball quick. Stars are trying to go for subs. Cox is going to ask for those players to step off. Spence and Correa join the attack. Cox is to Caceres' left. This ball finds Correa. Tyler John, the furthest star upfield. Long ball curls towards John. He's got his back to the goal. He plays off the wall. He's looking for Correa. Correa bounces around. Shot scored, Jamal Cox. It's great build-up play. John Correa teaming up off the wall, but Jamal Cox comes in and finishes the job.
Really great work from the attacking front from the Stars, and it all really started with Kai Briscoe winning that free kick for the second time this evening, and then really patient build-up play as they rotated that ball around. Adrian Correa doing really well to keep possession, stay patient, and once they find that target forward, everybody crashes in late. And you see the emphatic finish there. Make no mistake, the Juice getting on the score sheet early.
Tacoma capturing the lead on this Sunday night. Tacoma Stars finding themselves in just their 5th game of the season. San Diego, on the other hand, playing their 3rd game this week. And Boris Pardo was credited with a save on that build-up, on that mix-up. So there was 2,000 saves for Boris Pardo. And this one will go down in the stat sheet as the 2,000 save. Nani Mendoza lobbing that ball from the midway line. Tonight marks truly a historic moment in our league as Boris Pardo records the 2,000th save of his professional career. 2,000 moments of poise under pressure, 2,000 times standing tall when it mattered most. Milestones like this don't happen by accident, and they are earned through preparation, sacrifice, and a relentless love for the game. Tonight, we celebrate not just a number, but a legacy, one that has left a lasting mark on this league and the sport itself. Congratulations to Boris Pardo on save number 2,000, a legend of the game and a moment worthy for the record books.
Very nice speech. Very well warranted for the achievement that is. And he'll be a little frustrated in the moment of the battle here, as obviously his team is trailing, but nonetheless, it can't go down more important for what that was for himself and for this club.
You know, when it comes to goalkeeping in San Diego, they're in a class of their own between Chris Toth and Boris Pardo, two of the only players in MASL with 2,000 saves. Chris Toth, though injured, 2,445 career saves, and Boris Pardo joins the 2,000 club. Pereira with a turnaround kick as he's posting up Chase Hansen. We've seen that one once or twice before in this building.
Yeah, good hands from Pereira, keeping that in front of him. Immediately coming down the other direction.
Cox couldn't get anything off the glass. He has the Stars opener. Briscoe with a good shoulder-to-shoulder. Dribbles this one, puts it on his left foot. Pardo parries it away for the time being. Ramos turns. Whistle blown as this ball was off the leg of the referee in the corner, so it's going to be a drop ball restart for the Sockers. Here's a look at that Pereira shot. Referees tonight, our crew chief is Shane Butler. Our referee is Brian Martin. The assistant referee is Ryan Ottle. The fourth official is Ben Warren. And in the penalty box is Lucas Cross. Ball down to the bottom of your screen. Right foot shot. It just misses off the post. This is Morgan chasing it down.
This is an important spell of possession here, as the Sockers haven't really been able to settle in this game yet. It's been a lot of back and forth and counterattacking opportunities, but losing out in possession there.
Beretta using his lone touch in the defensive half. Stars won't play the style of the Empire Strikers, which San Diego had to deal with all throughout last night, implementing that goalkeeper as the sixth attacker, seemingly the entire game. So we should be seeing a little bit of change of play for San Diego based on what they saw last night, being forced essentially to sit into a low block. A couple of times San Diego got put on a penalty kill, and you saw Empire implement the sixth attacker, so it was a 6-on-4 seemingly.
Maybe a little bit more of a traditional approach to the game here this evening.
John, left-footed shot, it's just wide. Mendoza on the follow-up, it's turned away cleanly. Morales doing his best to chase this down. Stars want to do everything they can to just try and pass around the Sockers and make them do that extra bit of running. Ruggles, he gets the ball poked away. This is Douglas Lima. Lima plays wide for Ramos, but it's too wide. Back to Lima. Finds Caceres. Tried to thread the needle to Lima. This ball bounced nicely for him. Here's Ramos settling. And reset back for Correa. Ramos wants to go for a sub. Nicasio plays to Lima. Lima wants it on his left. His shot. Not close. Foul on the floor. 6:40 to play in the first quarter. Take another look. That ball nearly beats Beretta on the near post. Pereira back on the field. He is forward against defender Chase Hansen. Another veteran of the game, Chase Hansen. Pardo looks to target Pereira. Pereira on the soul roll. Turns, left foot fake. Finds Charlie Gonzalez. He hits a saucer pass over to Pereira. Pereira's going to strike one again to the near post. San Diego really targeting Beretta's near post early.
Yeah, well done by the keeper there, just to pin it against his foot, pin it against the wall. It's the second opportunity that they've had to really take advantage of that near side, but falls away of the Stars keeper for the second time.
Jones flies the ball to the corner, barely stays in. Hits off the edge of the glass. Pardo off of his line. Morgan trying to do work on Nestor Hernandez. Rivers gets past Gonzalez. He's pulled down. It's got to be blue. And it's not. Our referees are pointing, saying that he was not the last defender back, and that is the correct case. If you might be able to see on the bottom of your screen here, Rivers gets pulled down, and you see support coming in on the bottom. That's Jesus Pacheco, and that saves the blue card, but the challenge flag is on the field. I don't know if this one's going to get overturned. The referees had a great look at it from all angles.
Yeah, you can see Pacheco coming in late on the near side of your screen. It was definitely on the edge. Kyle Rivers is fast, but that's not necessarily played into the decision-making process for the referees. And they're going to need to take a moment here to review.
So with 5:31 remaining in the first quarter, we'll step aside, take a break while this goes to video review. Tacoma Stars 1, San Diego Sockers 0 on MASL TV.
Is it normal to sweat this much? This is awful. This is a mean sweat. Quit looking at me, Susan. When was the last time I ate something planted? It's not that I don't like vegetables. Doctor, I said stuff. I can't pay for a nutritionist. Why is this always such a whole big thing?
With nutrition counseling included, staying on top of your health doesn't have to be a whole big thing. Kaiser Permanente, healthcare that just works.
From the Pacific to the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members build equity and refinance with confidence. Invest in your future with a commercial real estate loan. From residential investment properties to industrial real estate, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big, we got you.
Welcome back into the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington. Peyton Barron's Cole Weaver, and just before we returned from break, it was announced that the challenge was successful from the Tacoma Stars in the video review. Charlie Gonzalez will be assessed a blue card. No shootout awarded, but Tacoma goes up on the power play.
Yeah, this is an important opportunity for the Stars. They've only scored one power play goal in 7 tries. That's on the offensive side, and they haven't had much luck on the defensive side either, but 1-0 up early in this game. This is a golden opportunity not only to wear out the legs a little bit of the travel-heavy Sockers, but as well as to double their advantage.
Stars get started on the power play. The Sockers excellent on the penalty kill. 10 for 11 successful penalty kills. This is Caceres. He's joined out there by Douglas Lima, Mendoza, Cox, and Cale Spence. Quite the unique power play unit for the Tacoma Stars compared to what we've seen over years past.
And with that defensive record from the Sockers, it's almost like they have a legend in goal or something.
We'll see if he can do it again. Patiently playing with it. This is Lima. Works himself around the official in the corner. Cox steps up into one. Pardo makes a clean catch. He's going to launch this deep. Caceres in a foot race.
60 seconds remaining in the Stars of total power play. 60 seconds.
Yeah, this is good work from Mendez. It's always part of the game plan here. Just wear out the time as much as you can. You always need to have a runner on your team. Anytime the keeper gets the ball in their hands, just push time off the clock, and they did so fairly successfully just then.
Sebastian Mendez, he had himself quite the night last night. We'll get into that in a moment. Mendoza for Cox. Under 30 seconds in the power play. So Mendoza last night, he received 4 fouls in the second half alone, 6 fouls overall in the contest, got himself ejected in a red card. Luckily, no one-game suspension when you get foul accumulation, so he is available tonight. But that was a scary moment for the Sockers, as he is one of their young players who is their runner. He is their workhorse. Here's a strike. Spence just missed out wide. Power play over. Everyone back to full strength. Here's Spence. Spence with a shot. Pardo puts it over. Not the best power play opportunity the Tacoma Stars could have put together. Here's a breakout opportunity. This is Mendez, and he plays back calmly. The Sockers are going to get their penalty kill unit off the field.
Another missed opportunity here, and that streak just continues.
Morgan turns on Caceres, and he levels the game. Caceres had a handful of jersey, but Tavoy Morgan is too strong. The turn, the shot, the finish. Oh, boy, Tavoy Morgan. How do you do?
Took a page out of Nick Pereira's book there. Just control to a dime and perfection. Swivels on the dot and just absolutely buries it. It's a rather simple pass. Really not much Beretta can do there as well. It's a great finish in the end, and it just emphasizes the missed opportunity with the power play, and we're level.
So all level here at the Showwear. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remain in the first quarter. Tavoy Morgan is a fun player to watch night in, night out. And that kind of finish is why. I mean, that was a low, powerful, strong finish to the corner. But here's Briscoe. Finds Tyler John off the wall. John tries to put it back into danger. Nicasio mistimes his run. Hansen, can he poke it away? John Pardo off of his line. The instincts there to bring himself just 5 yards off of his line and be able to make that scoop.
I'm glad you said something there, Peyton, because immediately when he saw that loose touch, Pardo rushed up high, and he also got defense behind him. That just shows you how much of a unit that this crew is.
Beretta tried to get a punch on that. Correa was also trying to get a header. Pereira lays one off. It was a good shot curling from Cesar Cerda to the back post. Beretta had it covered. Cerda, long ball. Pereira targeted. Hansen intercepts. (1-1) with 90 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Pereira, he turns on Hansen, and Hansen puts this over the glass into row 4. Heck of a catch by the fan.
That was a heck of a catch. I was going to say it as well. He knows it.
This ball's going to the top of the arc for a reset. This is where Pereira can be so dangerous. Because if that wall leaves any sort of gap, Pereira's going to find a shot. Morales was standing over it, and he walks away. Ruggles gets himself into a spot. Shot just wide. Pereira couldn't believe it. Spence gets on a breakout. It's a 3-on-3 jail rush. Tripped over his own feet, Cale Spence. Ruggles settles. Jamal Cox just trying to take away the pass to Charlie Gonzalez. Oh, how dangerous Charlie Gonzalez is.
8 goals on the season. He was a big thorn in the side against the Stars in that 8-0 loss at the soccer stadium.
Spence plays inward for Jones. Jones, he's got an opportunity to go forward. Logan Jones plays out wide with his right foot. Settled back for Rivers. Lima. Nestor Hernandez clears out. Lima gets past one. Puts a shot near side. Cerda settles. Cox couldn't close down before that ball goes forward. Ramos for Jones. Too tall. Salazar with a strike. Not close, but bangs off the boards. 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. That was going to just do it until a 3-line call was assessed, and this ball's going to come to the attacking third line. Stars have one last thing to fend off here before we get to the end of the quarter. And who trots on the field? Who else but Nick Pereira?
Yeah, a little over 3 seconds is plenty of time to conjure up a good opportunity here. That's lazy from Logan Jones.
Pereira on the run up with the strike, and it's just wide. Stars dodge a bullet. That's going to take us into the quarter break. So it's 1-1 at the end of the first quarter. Tacoma Stars got the first lead. Sockers were able to level it. Don't go anywhere. Everything else coming up next on MASL TV.
Jerseys made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars! There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Front Wave Credit Union, we're all in on you. You're not just a number, you're a member. And we're putting $350 behind what we believe in. Get started today. Dream big. We got you.
Welcome to Zenith Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luns. So what's special about the techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it a challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more here at the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington. The third game of the night across the league in the MASL. We kick things off with Utica City at Baltimore Blast, where that one was a 7-6 overtime win in favor of the visiting Utica. We then saw the visiting St. Louis Ambush go to Kansas City with a 7-6 shootout win. So that makes you wonder, what do we got in store tonight? We got the Sockers visiting the Stars. Do we got 7-6 in the cards in overtime and maybe even a shootout, Cole?
Maybe. I mean, in the first period, we had plenty of opportunities and already a blue card coming out. Good kill. I don't know if the stars align, no pun intended, we might have another 7-6 on our hands.
We'll see what is in store for the remaining 3 quarters. 1-1 as it sits. Cox was able to net a goal just under 5 minutes into the contest, and then Tavoy Morgan leveled things with just about 3 minutes remaining in that first quarter. Briscoe or Rivers called on the foul. Charlie Gonzalez was just up against the boards with the ball underneath him. This is Cardenas on the free kick. And it does get assessed to Kyle Rivers. Briscoe, a little hustle play. Pardo rushed to clear this. Correa called on the handball as Morales just tried to push that ball forward. He had a runner at the bottom of the screen. Pereira the target. Pereira goes airborne. Quick little juggle to himself, hits it on the full volley. He is one of the craftiest players around and maybe one of the best touches that indoor soccer has ever seen. Cardenas up the boards for Morgan. He tries to turn on Correa. Serda for Morgan. This is Ruggles. Morgan chops the ball inside. Correa doesn't allow the give and go. Ruggles crashes in on this. This ball's bouncing into danger. Correa taken off of his feet and wins a foul for the Tacoma Stars, which was much needed. It felt like something was going to happen after the ball just kept bouncing towards the Sockers' feet in a dangerous position.
I really like that matchup as well of Carrera against Morgan.
Here's Jones into some space. He has Serda face up. John runs right in front of Pardo, nearly doesn't allow Pardo to make the save.
No room for breathing early on in this next period. But as I was mentioning, it's just one of those matchups where you have someone that's so physical and technical on the ball, and then you have someone like Carrera who's very tigerish in his defending, and he's very low to the ground and has a good opportunity to pick it off of him. Look to see that matchup more throughout the course of this match.
Tacoma Stars right now, they have San Diego in a good spot where you got San Diego playing the second game of a doubleheader weekend, third game in 6 days. But all time it has been very bleak for the Tacoma Stars against the San Diego Sockers. 6 wins for Tacoma, 34 losses, and 4 overtime losses.
I think the game's going mostly to plan.
Pereira turns, he's got a little bit of space. This ball gets to the back post. Lima clears away.
Almost had the commentator's curse there, but pre-game, Adam Beck was talking about the strong start that the Stars have had. And again, with the win today, it'll tie their 5-game best start with 2018-19 season, 22-23 season. And a 1-1 against the very prolific Sockers that obviously...
Here's a dangerous shot from the point, and it scores. Sockers, they take a lead.
And the commentator's curse comes true. Really patient build-up again, and they've been doing it throughout the course of the second period. And it was a really strong finish in the end as well.
It's the rookie. It's Adrian Reyes, his first goal. Just right place, right time, has a strike. Finishes. A little deflection off of Mendoza.
Who else but Nick Pereira just really occupying that space in the half zone, close to the boards. Very smart and intelligent pass. There's a reason why he's the all-time assist leader. He showed it off there. He's done that time and time again.
Stars need to get themselves back on track. Correa, Caceres. Ramos plays a good ball off the boards. Nobody home. Salazar plays back for Cardenas. Briscoe overcommits. Morales is on the run. Correa chases down. Briscoe on the other side.
Those are two fast defenders coming back with full intent on putting pause on that breakaway, and they did just that. So credit to Briscoe and Carrera.
John, he gets in behind, looking for a ball from Caceres. John lays off for Jones. Mendoza with a strike. Falls back towards him. He's playing a game of keepy-uppy with himself. This is Spence. John. Caceres with a turn with a shot. It's still bouncing around. Mendoza is on the ground. Foul called on John. We're going to get a quick stop in play as the trainer is going to be able to get on for Mendoza. I think that ball might have clipped the nether region.
Yeah, the instant reaction's not a good one. And in the melee there, a really smart stop from Pardo. As again, his positioning was perfect. He stepped up about halfway through his box and it's just right place, right time, stuck a leg out.
Fans catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and CBS Sports Galaza Network. Alex Bachavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Mendoza back up to his feet, walking off the field.
Gingerly, I might add.
Tacoma right now, 3 wins, 1 loss on the season. Good for 9 points through 4 games. It's the least amount of games that anyone has played across MASL. San Diego Sockers sit 1 point above them in the standings with 3 wins, 1 loss, and an overtime loss, which is good for 1 point in the 3-2-1 point system that MASL has to offer. When a game goes to overtime, both teams take home 1 point, with the winner of that overtime period getting a 2nd point. Gonzalez for Morgan. Morgan tried to place a shot over Beretta, but no. Hansen As runners forward, it's John. Spence is making a run on the back post. Spence, top of the point, he misstrikes it, and it goes astray. Hernandez couldn't get a deflection on that. San Diego, expectedly so, not really looking to play a transition style game here. And if I'm Adam Becker and the Stars, I would be implementing that sooner rather than later. Don't wait till the second half to turn this thing to a track meet.
I agree. We mentioned it earlier that it was going to be a more traditional approach.
Pereira nearly falls.
The Stars have done decently well in these situations here.
Pereira shot, deflected away, and then cleared by Correa. Rivers turns inward, and here's Cox.
As I mentioned, decently well. They've conceded a good amount of opportunities. Pereira there with a good save. They can't keep giving those opportunities. I think they do need to add a little bit more of a physical element if they want to turn this around.
(2-1) as it sits. Rookie Reyes got the goal that put San Diego ahead just minutes ago. Nicasio to the corner, and now it's Lima. Caceres directs traffic. He wants Nicasio to clear out. Lima's got 3 blue shirts in front of him. He takes a shot.
I think Pardo will be happy with those kind of opportunities given well outside the arc.
Lima trying to cut through 2 blue shirts. He can't do it. Nicasio tracks back. Foul on the floor. Caceres was really directing traffic there, being really affirmative, trying to make sure that whole right side was cleared out so Douglas Lima had some isolation. Nicasio had to keep going across field. Watch out for that. Douglas Lima looking to try and have some one-on-one space, because that was twice there that he had 3 shirts or 2 shirts in front of him, and he still opted to take the shot. So obviously a situation that Tacoma is comfortable in. Jones's header doesn't clear well enough. Reyes had another shot, nearly doubled his total for the day.
I've had the opportunity to play with and against Douglas Lima, and he's got a ferocious left foot, and that's definitely what they're trying to isolate, getting him in those 1v1 situations.
Hansen for Jones, and Cox just got onto the field. Cox wants a strike. Briscoe. I like that move from Briscoe. Dribble right into the center and make everybody collapse on you.
Yeah, this is where that 1v1 space we just talked about becomes available as we see it now.
Hansen tees one up. Good battle against the boards. No foul called. Cox wasn't thrilled about it. Salazar nearly was off to the races.
Important spell of possession here as the Stars have had the opportunity to get a couple substitutions and rotations of.
Long diagonal ball. Ramos settles. Left foot strike, Lima, and it's a great save from Pardo.
Makes it look so easy, but I'll tell you firsthand, it is not. And that ball is low and hard to the far post. Not only getting something on it, but pushing it away into safe territory.
Lima, he's going to try it again. His strike off the boards. Soccer's just trying to get out from under pressure. Lima nearly saw blue there for boarding. That was close to the wall. He ended up dropping Callahan.
Yeah, lucky boy. It looked like he dropped the shoulder a little bit too aggressively.
Shot taken from Charlie Gonzalez, no. Ball still pinged around, and Beretta safely picks it up in his own area. Here's Jones out and on the run.
Kai Briscoe, just off your screen there, was screaming for the ball to be tossed in behind, but Beretta opted for the easier option.
Hernandez long for John. He tried to play that off the wall and threw himself because he had an open Jamal Cox in the middle of the field. Hernandez goes for a sub. Ramos off the glass and deflects right to Pardo. Easy pickings. Cerda taking his time, and this is how San Diego wants to play this game. They want to keep things slow and mellow and let their team walk up field. Pereira fights through a double team. Barreto with a save, but not done enough. Pereira nearly closed down on it. Luis makes a great second chance effort after making the first save.
Staying with the play there, getting a foot on it, and it almost created a counterattack opportunity. Juice Cox elected to slow down the play, which I think was the smart decision. They needed a breather and they needed some rotation. And again, Stars keeper keeping their team alive.
Mendoza, a young player for the Tacoma Stars, already has his iconic moment. Correa plays a good ball across the middle. Cale Spence trying to settle. Mendoza, when this Stars team went on the road to Kansas City last year, went to a shootout, and they just kept calling Mendoza's number over and over and over. I believe he had 3 goals in that shootout alone and got the Stars a win. Here's Mendoza. Mendoza strike, and he scores! He levels the game. It's 2-2 with 3:36 to play in the first half.
I had the commentator's curse on the other side. You had it this side, whatever side you pick. It's a fantastic finish from the youngster. Just finds himself in a pocket of space, and Carrera does enough to keep it alive. Even flicks it up to himself and just buries it.
Tacoma Stars got themselves 2 goals. The San Diego Sockers got themselves 2 goals. There's 3:36 to play here in this first half. We've made it to the media timeout. We'll step aside and take a break. Don't go anywhere. More action coming up next right here on MASL TV.
Our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members build equity and refinance with confidence. Invest in your future with a commercial real estate loan. From residential investment properties to industrial real estate, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big, we got you.
Welcome to Zenith Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luntz. So what's special about the Techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use it. Increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.
Welcome back into the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington. Peyton Barron's Cole Weaver. Stars 2, Sockers 2. 3 minutes and 25 seconds to play in this first half. A little back and forth game that we got here. It was the Stars who had the first goal of the night. Then 2 straight for the Sockers, and now the Stars find themselves back level.
We mentioned that the Stars needed to add maybe a little bit more of a physical element or just some more decisiveness than what they were offering before. And it came through a familiar source in Manny Nicasio.
Ramos with a shot, Pardo with a foot save.
And this is exactly what the Stars need. They need consistent possession, quality rotations, shots on goal.
Lima's right-footed shot bounces right into Pardo's hands.
And Peyton, not to take too much airspace, but you mentioned it. What the Sockers need and want is a slower game, and that's not what the Stars are offering right now.
Left foot strike. Jones does enough to block it. Yeah, that possession game is going to come into favor of the Sockers, and when they just slow things down, you see like Cardenas is all the way off screen to the left-hand side right here with the ball, and they can just reset and pass this ball around. Morgan turning. But the Sockers much more comfortable doing so with a lead. Inward play, Jones intervenes. This is Mendez. He puts a strike onto the far post, and it rolls all the way through. Ball goes up the boards. Cox is in a foot race. Jamal gets there. Cox one-on-one with Pardo. Cox off the wall to himself, and he couldn't get all the way around Pardo. That's a good save from Boris Pardo.
So cheeky from Juice Cox as he put the afterburners on, settled himself down, saw the imposing figure of Pardo standing over him, but couldn't quite get the 1-2 off the wall back to himself, but it was a sure goal if he did.
All the way back for Cardenas from Reyes. Reyes had the last goal for the Sockers. Under 90 seconds to play in the first half. Cerda swings. Goes to Callahan, who mistouches, and Jones cleans it up. Here's a diagonal ball. Kyle Rivers is the runner, trying to get past Cerda. Rivers loses his footing. That's going to be a tough rug burn in the morning. Here's Pereira turning. He's going to push Nicasio off of him. Rivers tries to pick Pereira's pocket on the back end. Ruggles plays inward. This is Gonzalez. .40 seconds in the first half. Pereira turning on Correa. Correa gets a toe poke. A sliding challenge from Kyle Rivers is going to lead to a blue card. Pereira toppled over. Here's a free kick opportunity with 30 seconds, and Kyle Rivers is going to the sin bin.
Wow. I was moments away from praising the defense of the Tacoma Stars, but a little bit of a reckless challenge there from Kyle Rivers. Adrian Carrera did really well to stand his ground, but he got double teamed quickly and lost possession, and then in flew Kyle Rivers, and it's being noted as a two-footed tackle. We'll see if the four can batten down the hatches.
Morales stands over the ball. He's got Charlie Gonzalez to the point. It goes to Gonzalez, and this is Pereira. Back for Gonzalez. And these two play back and forth yet again. Down low into the corner off the near side board. Pereira times it. John didn't see that ball over the head. Jones, slight header. Here's John. Had a man on his back, goes for the glory, and he skies it up and over into the netting.
Yeah, would have really preferred John to just settle himself, bring the ball down, hold possession, and try and get some time off the clock as we're seeing the period come to an end.
So there's going to be a minute 30 remaining on that blue card. We've made it to halftime. Our score, Tacoma Stars 2, San Diego Sockers 2. We are going to have an on-field interview, so stand by momentarily. Tacoma will return to the second half, a man down for about 90 seconds if they can try and fend that off. So far, so good with that power play unit. Tyler John, Logan Jones doing a lot of footwork in the pressing. We'll hear from our sideline reporter, Peyton Chick, momentarily.
And it's so unique coming back onto the field and immediately engaging in a power play.
And let's go down to the field where Peyton is standing by with head coach Adam Becker. And Becker is getting some side commentary in before Peyton starts her interview. And now let's jump down to the field as Adam Becker is ready.
Now that we're at halftime, tied 2-2, what's the message going into the locker room?
Stick to the game plan. We got a good game going here. We were able to find a goal early, like we weren't able to on Tuesday. So more or less, stick to the game plan, tighten up a couple things, and get right back to it.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to it for the second half. Good luck.
So as we head into the intermission, Tacoma Stars 2, San Diego Sockers 2, don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up next on the MASL TV.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Front Wave Credit Union, we're all in on you. You're not just a number, you're a member. And we're putting $350 behind what we believe in. Get started today. Dream big. We got you.
Welcome to Xena Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luntz. So what's special about the Techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it a challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.
Happy New Year! First of all, this is MASL TV. We're joined with head coach of the Tacoma Stars, Adam Becker. Happy New Year, Becker.
Thank you, sir. Good to be here.
Game 5 coming up. What has been the takeaways so far?
So far from the season, we've started out strong. One of the best starts we've had in the last, 8 to 10 years. We want to keep that ball rolling, especially here at home.
A question from the fans. They want to know about your pre-match routine.
Pre-match routine. I like to try and sleep in if I can. I always like to try and get a fresh haircut on the day of a game. I don't like wearing the suit without it. And then after that, I get to the arena early. That way I could get everything dialed in and have a little bit of downtime before the team starts to arrive.
Moving into tonight, obviously with a big character like Nick Pereira moving to the Sockers, who this year from the current roster has stepped up?
It's been as a whole, I would say. Young guys like Logan Jones has found his way into like a second captain role, a way of bridging the gap between the young and the old with Caceres still at the helm. Tyler John has stepped up and found the back of the net. Jamel and Ramos are still ticking. So it's more of a collective unit stepping up and everyone taking a little bit of a share of the workload.
Last time out, we have to talk about it. A heavy loss on the road versus San Diego. How was the team after the game?
It was good. Obviously, heads were down for a little bit. Anytime you have a loss, let alone a loss like that, there's going to be some frustration. We had a good evening. We had a good team talk. Great morning, great flight back, even with some delays with the flights, and then a strong week of training. They came in, they were humbled on the road, right, against a very strong side, but they got right back to work. We had a great final day yesterday of walkthroughs, and hopefully we can come out and perform today.
And moving into tonight's match, what can we expect to see from the Tacoma Stars?
You can expect to see us bounce back a little bit, right? You can see us a little bit more comfort here at home. It should be similar to the first 3 games against Baltimore and Empire. I would like to say we've got a strong game plan. We've got a strong team we're putting out. So hopefully today we just get right back to our rhythm and winning at home.
And with January, a lot of home games coming up. So how important is it to be at home with obviously getting off to a good start, continuing that good start here at home in front of the fans?
We've set ourselves up nicely. Starting 3-1 when teams are 1-3, 2-4, that kind of a situation is great. To where we've also had a favorable schedule, catching San Diego on a back end of a 2-day trip, same with Empire last week. But with the upcoming home games, that gives us the opportunity to set ourselves away from the rest of the group, right? Start to get some breathing room, get some wins, and get a little bit closer to the postseason.
Is it normal to sweat this much? This is awful. This is a mean sweat. Quit looking at me, Susan. I don't know the last time I ate something planted. It's not that I don't like vegetables. Doctor, I said stuff. I can't pay for a nutritionist. Why is this always such a whole big thing?
With nutrition counseling included, staying on top of your health doesn't have to be a whole big thing. Kaiser Permanente. Healthcare that just works.
From the Pacific to the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members build equity and refinance with confidence. Invest in your future with a commercial real estate loan. From residential investment properties to industrial real estate, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big, we got you.
Shoot! He
What's up, soccer fans? Alex Bastiavansky here, back in the MASL studio. Hope everybody had a fantastic week. A lot went down over the past few days in the league, and I'm here to tell you all about it in just 5 minutes. So let's go.
Tavares. Elvis is at the back post. Elvis is there. He's handed winner. It's the first win of the season for Utica.
First win of the season, and in dramatic fashion for Utica City. They were down 6-1 in the third quarter, but the Blues rallied back with 6 straight goals to stun the Milwaukee Wave 7-6 in OT. And that was the tail end of a rough weekend for the Wave. On Saturday, they were in Baltimore, and the Blast withstood a late Wave rally to down the visitors 10-7. They were dancing. These two teams are absolutely sick of one another. This was the 4th meeting between St. Louis and KC this season on Saturday. The Comets remained perfect against their Missouri rivals, taking it 9-6. Tacoma was looking to go 4-0 on the season in San Diego, but the Sockers brought them down to earth with a thud on Tuesday. They shellacked the Stars 8-0 at Front Wave Arena to improve to 2-1-1 on the campaign. Then we had 3 big matchups to say goodbye to 2025 on Wednesday. UCFC trying to keep its momentum going after the big comeback win against Milwaukee, but they couldn't get it done. Baltimore triumph 5-2. Utica fans, clearly not a happy bunch with that result. Empire traveling from the comfy confines of California to brave the Wisconsin winter. They were in Milwaukee. It was a tight one, but the Wave managed to drop the boys in purple 3-1. And then, for the 5th time this season, St. Louis squared off with Kansas City. And finally, the Ambush pulled off the victory in dramatic fashion, no less. Randy Martinez going roof daddy to win it in overtime for the Ambush. Who has been hot lately? Well, Charlie Gonzalez, most definitely, for the San Diego Sockers. 4 points against the Tacoma Stars. 3 goals, 1 assist for Charlie in that contest. Donatos Mello, we talked about him being healthy this season after unfortunately suffering injuries last year. He's been healthy. He's been wrecking shop. for Baltimore. 4 goals in the contest against Milwaukee. Zach Reggett, well, he continues to be dominant. He leads the league scoring races, you'll see in a moment. And against St. Louis, 3 goals and 1 assist over the ambush on Saturday, including that beauty right there. And in goal, Boris Pardo, the San Diego legend between the posts. He was picture perfect against Tacoma, making 10 big saves for the shutout victory for San Diego. Scoring leaders, as mentioned, yes, Zach Reggett continues to be on top with 19 points. Teammate Dom Francis second with 14. Then it's Alex Sanchez with 13. Jonatos Mello, 12 points. And Charlie Gonzalez rounding out your top 5 with 11 points. Your players of the week brought to you by Capelli Sports. Brian Wilkin in goal from UCFC. Teammate Sergio Pinal from UCFC. And defensively, Umar Silla from the Baltimore Blast. Let's start with Junior Pinal. Absolutely instrumental in that comeback win against Milwaukee. He was all over the place. 4 points in the game, 3 goals, plus a helper. Silla, fantastic for the Blast against Milwaukee as well. He had not only 3 assists, including that lovely feed right there, but also a block against the Wave. And in goal, Brian Wilkin. UCFC does not win this game in overtime against Milwaukee without these massive saves, 11 in total on Sunday. Time now for your plays of the week.
Briggs pops it forward. SK on the volley. Ding dong, and it goes in. SK.
Andre Hain using his physicality to maintain possession. Here's Genrick all alone. He scores. Kyle Genrick.
Here's Acosta. Got space. Acosta still going. Shoots, and wow! Leo Acosta.
Amadi fakes a shot one way. He'll go the other and score. We've talked about it all season long. A rocket of a left foot for Rashad Amadi to bring Utica City within 1.
Chavez, Frater, Chavez beats everybody. Chavez in, shoots, he scores!
That leg is okay. Oh, giveaway. There's a giveaway. Torrealba, look out, folks. Shot. Goal! St. Louis.
Tavares. Alves is at the back post. Alves is there, he scores! Short-handed winner! It's the first win of the season for Utica! What a moment for Gio Alves!
And that's going to wrap things up for this week's show. But just a reminder, all throughout the season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the MASL, be sure to check out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Pro-Type Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Front Wave Credit Union, we're all in on you. You're not just a number, you're a member. And we're putting $350 behind what we believe in. Get started today. Dream big. We got you.
Welcome to Zenith Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luntz. So what's special about the Techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.
Welcome back into the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington. Peyton Barron's, Cole Weaver. It's Tacoma Stars 2. It's San Diego Sockers 2. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Tacoma will be on the penalty kill to start things off. Kyle Rivers did have that two-footed challenge on Nick Pereira that put them into a man-down situation. But Tacoma will have the kickoff, so they get to dictate a little bit of how that first bit of time is going to be managed. I got to imagine this ball's going to go back to Luis Beretta. He's going to have himself a couple of seconds with the ball before sending it long.
Yeah, I mentioned it at the end of that last period. I wanted them just to hold on to the ball, not realizing there was about 2 seconds left on the clock, but you'd have to imagine this was a big part of the conversation in the locker room from Becker.
John applying pressure all the way downfield, trying to eat as much time as he can with this ball away from his own goal.
If the Stars are managed to hold out here for another minute 10, it would be a huge mini victory for them, as they've been pretty abysmal when it comes to stopping penalties throughout the course of the season.
Morales swings it square. Pereira now. Morales. Pereira. Gonzalez. Jones gets in the way. John, Correa, one of them wanted to toe poke it forward, neither did. Gonzalez now. 30 seconds on the power play. Finds Pereira. He's got some space. It's Morgan. Morgan crosses. Caceres tries to go long. Correa goes long. John the target. Pardo off of his line, and a clean header forward for Morgan. 15 seconds. Also got to account for the time for Rivers to get back defensively. Jones sliding challenge on Pereira. Whistle's blown as Jones is rolling on the ground. Tavoy Morgan tries a quick restart. But there is going to be a foul called here, and it's going to go to the top of the arc. Take a look at this. Jones just trying to dive and roll and do everything he can to keep that ball away from Nick Pereira.
That's awkward. He was claiming he was clean, and it really was, but it was on the ground and an illegal movement. And just more added pressure onto the four here before they kill this.
Morales stands over. Pereira is that man all the way to the left side of your screen. Watch out for him. Beretta makes a great save coming off of his line. Does enough to end the power play, but now Rivers has to get back into position. And we're back to even strength. The Stars find their shape. John with a great sliding challenge. Morales trying to work inside. Jones off of his chest for John. John plays forward for Rivers, who gets out on the run. Rivers is all alone. Morgan, the last man defending. Rivers tries to turn. Puts the ball off the wall. Hansen trying to rush in to clean it up. So Rivers is the lone man on the run. The Stars right now only have 4 on the field. Briscoe finally gets on. And now the Stars are back to 5. A little bit of confusion there after starting the half with only 4 men.
My word, Peyton, catch your breath. Just so much going on there. And Rivers will want that opportunity back. He was sitting in the booth, or excuse me, in the box. And he had all the energy in the world, and he had the opportunity to use it, but never pulled the trigger.
Pereira off the chest. He's turning. Beretta comes out. Briscoe pushes it off the glass to Jones. Jones to himself. Rivers slides in on another challenge and another blue card. You got to imagine Kyle Rivers has got to learn a lesson one of these times. That is so unfortunate. Under 3 minutes into this half, he had just got out of the penalty box, and Kyle Rivers is going to go make himself comfortable in there yet again.
And I want to bring it back to a Luis Beretta save on that foul that Logan Jones committed right inside of the arc. Stepping up high, making himself big, and that's what really got them through that initial power play, but they got 2 more minutes to endure now.
So now, and here comes this slide challenge. It's a replay. Rivers comes through. He is laid on it. He gets all of the attacker.
Yeah.
Correa toe pokes forward for John. Can John get past Charlie Gonzalez? Stars did extremely well across the league in shorthanded goals last year, and it was primarily because of Tyler John and Adrian Correa. Beretta with possession, chips the ball forward. Caceres. Square pass intercepted. This is danger. Soft pass for Pereira. Top of the arc. Jones deflects. Couldn't get enough on it. Ramos wanted to run. So he did have one change. Tyler John got a sub. Ramos is on for this penalty kill.
These are hard minutes for this four as they're back-to-back here.
Soccer seem a little disorganized and are looking to rotate and shuffle to get everyone back. Morgan in the middle. Here's a shot from distance. Ramos, if he can get there. Correa nearly had a good toe poke over the top. Tyler John back on for the remaining 45 seconds. Pereira outside the foot. Ball still bouncing around. Beretta goes up for it. Foul's going to be called as Tavoy Morgan was backing himself into Beretta.
And a much-needed lifeline as they're going to have an opportunity here to really drain the clock with Tyler John.
Jones is going to get a sub. Nestor Hernandez on the field. Tyler John called for a foul. Under 30 seconds remaining in this power play.
Not how they would have drawn it up either. Only got 3 seconds off the clock there. Wanted to get his foot on top of the ball.
Mendez back and forth. Pereira in the corner. Pereira gets the skip pass from Morales. It goes down low for Morgan. Pereira swings. Power play's over. Rivers recovers. Strike from Morgan. It's up and over the top. Stars kill off back-to-back penalties. They only had one successful penalty kill coming into tonight's game, and they just got two within 5 minutes of the second half.
Kyle Rivers needs to find a way to get off the pitch right now.
And here he goes on the attack. Can he make up for it with a goal? Rivers puts it off the boards. Ramos was waiting, but he was too far behind.
Rivers is just stuck on that near side, far away from his rotation opportunity.
I think Rivers is due for a little bit of redemption. Cardenas.
No harm done in the end. Stars doing really well over 2 periods of power plays.
Morgan settles, tries to turn on Jones. No harm done except for those 4 players that he put through.
Except for the stamina burned. That's a fair point. But at the same time, when you talk about the mental component of holding down the fort for 4 minutes essentially in a row, it does a lot as a mental boost. See if they can take advantage of it.
Morgan settles off the window. Ruggles. Estrella. Long ball, Morgan targeted. Beretta makes a calm, comfortable save.
And Kyle Rivers gets his rotation.
Jones through the middle. Plays Ramos. Back for Hansen. Hansen thinks about it. He had a left-footed opportunity.
Yeah, this is where the Stars need to be patient in their possession. They've been playing defense for so long.
Ramos in behind. Pardo off of his line. Cox tried to split 2 defenders, and he would have had to beat a recovering Pardo, but a foul bails the Sockers out.
Yeah, and that's the last thing they needed there. They had the chance to just slow the game down, get into their own personal rhythm, get a couple rotations, and work the defensive legs on the Soccer side, but they just forego possession immediately, and here they are on defense once more.
Fans, subscribe to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more. Pereira, overlap from Salazar. in a dangerous area, but Hernandez does just enough. Pereira wants the challenge flag thrown. He has stopped playing on offense, asking for the challenge flag. This ball's bouncing around in the middle. The red flag is on the floor, and we will have our second video review of the night. Let's see if Pereira has a case to be made. That ball maybe gets settled within Nestor Hernandez's thigh and hand area.
It's an awkward one he doesn't know too much about. He's just getting himself into the right space, and from our angle here,
we'll step aside and take a break. 2-2, 7:35 remaining in this third quarter. We'll be back with the verdict right here on MASL.
Is it normal to sweat this much? This is awful. This is a mean sweat. Quit looking at me, Susan. When was the last time I ate something planted? It's not that I don't like vegetables. Doctor, I said stuff. I can't pay for a nutritionist. Why is this always such a whole big thing?
With nutrition counseling included, staying on top of your health doesn't have to be a whole big thing. Kaiser Permanente. Healthcare that just works.
From the Pacific to the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members build equity and refinance with confidence. Invest in your future with a commercial real estate loan. From residential investment properties to industrial real estate, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big. We got you.
So upon review, Nestor Hernandez's hand was in a natural position. There was no foul for handball, and San Diego lost their challenge in the video review process. So no more challenges on the night for San Diego. Tacoma was successful on theirs earlier, so they have another one in their pocket. 2-2 as it stands in the third quarter. Gonzalez settles this off the boards.
And both of these teams just getting straight back to business, it looks like here. I like the tempo as we have about 7 minutes and some change. We've had a little bit more of a stalemate throughout this period. But I like to see how this game is developing.
Here's a long ball for Pereira. Pereira turns on Caceres, gets himself a little bit of space, uses the overlap from Cerda, centers it beautifully. Here's Cox. He's got John running out to his right. Cerda directs some traffic. Cox can't thread the needle, but it falls back to him. This is Lima. Cox goes for a sub. Caceres now with Mendoza. John goes for a sub. Ramos is on.
And this is what I was mentioning earlier. Tacoma just taking a breath, slowing the game down, allowing some quality substitutions. And a sustained period of possession could be really valuable. But Douglas Lima, unfortunately, is not listening to me.
Long ball all the way down. Beretta's going to come out for it. Beretta used his touch in the defensive half, so Stars couldn't go back to him. Caceres and Jones weren't able to keep possession, but here's Ramos. He wins a challenge and gets a turnover. Ramos pushed off the ball as he was trying to set someone up. Clearly not looking for a shot there, and Pardo ends up with the ball in his hands. So we talked about some unfortunate scheduling for the San Diego Sockers, and the month of January is not going to be kind to them. A game last night at home against the Empire Strikers. Following that, a game today in Tacoma. After that, they're going to go on the road to Baltimore, and then the very next day play at Utica. Tough road trip in itself there, going all the way across the country. Here's Briscoe with a challenge. Briscoe taken off of his feet. Cesar Cerda is shown blue, and the Stars will go on the power play. Things just got really tough for San Diego.
Kai Briscoe with just a bombing run as we've gotten so accustomed to see him doing. Clear as day. I don't think there's much review opportunity here.
On the field, 2-minute tripping, 29, power play.
We'll come back in just a few minutes to San Diego's tough schedule. And a shootout. No, excuse me. I thought a shootout was going to be awarded for just a moment.
Like
the way that he was planning the ball. And yeah, we're going to have a shootout opportunity. So that was deemed that Briscoe was on his way to goal. Cerda was the last man back. The way that shootouts are working this year, a little bit different than years past. All the players go to the bench area. The ball is not live after the shootout. Here comes Mendoza. Mendoza on the run up. He corners it. It's 3-2. Cesar Cerda is dismissed from the penalty box with no time off the clock because Nani Mendoza has found the Tacoma Stars' third goal of the night.
And the Stars are more than happy to go back to allowing full strength 5v5. And Nani Mendoza, what a finish. Just calm as you like, quick roll, sets his angle, makes his decision, and just buries it in the corner. You can see he's not even looking at Pardo. Doesn't need to. Knows exactly where he wants to go. Nobody's stopping him.
So Mendoza gets his second shootout opportunity successful. And the Tacoma Stars have themselves a lead against the San Diego Sockers. Hansen clears that away. Briscoe goes airborne. A couple of blue cards throughout the night. Just to recap, Kyle Rivers has himself 2, Charlie Gonzalez has 1, and Cesar Cerda has himself 1. So 2 apiece. Pardo is going to walk himself up a little bit into the attack. He's going long distance, looking for Pereira as he's trying to post up Adrian Correa. Correa nearly hugging Pereira, and the foul's going to be called as he had Pereira wrapped around the waist. Rivers and Cox in the wall. Cardenas, Ruggles, Mendez. Here's Ruggles. Ruggles, little chip shot through. Morales. And this ball bounces its way into the hands of goalkeeping legend Danny Waltman. Ruggles had a clean look on goal.
Really didn't get the purchase that he might have wanted. It was a strong hand from 0-0 there. Not for the first time tonight, holding a valuable 3-2 lead.
Stars go for a big change. Hernandez is daring Pereira to come towards him. As you see a little high press from San Diego. Jones and the Stars get around it. They got numbers forward. John finds Hernandez. Hernandez heel flick. Jones, Spence, one of them, neither of them. The Stars baited the Sockers into a high press and nearly made them pay. That was textbook press breaking.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and you saw the communication early on in that play from Hernandez, just forcing Logan Jones up the pitch, allowing Beretta to come forward, and it was a really decisive pass that broke the center of the pitch, and then from there is just pure counter-attacking opportunity. Unlucky in the end not to reap the rewards.
Spence not looking at the ball, he's looking at Charlie Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes to ground and he's clutching his face. Unfortunately, no challenge available for San Diego if they wanted to see if Cale Spence maybe clipped Charlie Gonzalez in the face. He's back up onto his feet miraculously. Morales. Jones plays Lima. Lima plays himself. He's got John on his right. Lima. Thought he should have went off the goal side boards to get to John. He tried the square option.
I agree.
And it got deflected away.
That was my initial thought. He went for the square pass.
Ruggles. He wants to break forward. Ruggles calls his own number off the wall, and he's wide. One of the underrated plays of indoor soccer is that delayed run when you play yourself off the goal side boards.
Worked out perfectly for him, but couldn't find the connection.
Cox, he's got runners forward. Soccer's struggling to get back. Briscoe, Correa into the area. Correa forward. Soccer start to recover. Ruggles with a good block. Morgan does just enough. Correa goes shoulder to shoulder with Morgan, and he goes for a sub.
This is exactly what the Stars wanted. Game's gotten just a little bit ugly, a little bit scrappy, and more counterattacking, and they're forcing the Sockers to play their game.
Jones plays for Ramos. Quick turn past Cerda. Ramos left-footed shot. 9 times out of 10, he pockets that one home. You just saw the one time he misses.
And recovery of possession, couple rotations. Minute 20 on the clock. This is a golden opportunity.
Jones. Caceres. Beretta. Ramos brings down off the wall. Cerda gives him space. Cale Spence in the middle. Spence with a shot, and it's just up and over into the netting. 60 seconds remain in this third quarter. Big subs happening on both sides. Tired legs starting to set in. Morales turns on Jones. Overlaps Pereira. And now a diagonal drop ball for Cardenas. Ball down to the corner. Callahan couldn't do much with it. Nobody wanted to go to it. Rivers kind of walked off of it. Cardenas walked off. Pereira backing down Hansen. Hansen trying to use all the leverage available to him, and a great strike from Morales. Pereira, just a simple setup. Morales goes back post. Beretta couldn't cover, and we got 3-3 with 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Peyton, you put it perfectly there. It was so simple from Pereira. He just stands on top of the ball, awaits for runners around him, holds his strength, and it's just an easy soul roll. And what a finish in the end. But Nick Pereira, it's just vintage. 3-3.
See if the Tacoma Stars want to push one more attack with 15 seconds here. Long ball to nobody. Here's a little bit of danger from San Diego. Can they do something with 5 seconds on the clock? Ball dropped all the way back. This is going to run out the quarter, and we are on our way to the final 15 minutes with a 3-3 ball game here at the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent. Tacoma Stars 3, Sockers 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right here on MASL TV.
Here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Front Wave Credit Union, we're all in on you. You're not just a number, you're a member. And we're putting $350 behind what we believe in. Get started today. Dream big. We got you.
Welcome to Zenith Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luns. So what's special about the Techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.
fans, get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Peyton Behrens, Cole Weaver. Here it's the Tacoma Stars 3, the San Diego Sockers 3 as we get started with fourth quarter action. Cole, you start to see the legs start to set in for San Diego. Not a whole lot of tracking back on defense. Tacoma had a couple of odd man rushes there in that third quarter where, while they didn't score, they didn't capitalize on them. You clearly saw instances of tired legs from yesterday's game into today's game with the San Diego Sockers, and we expect to see that a little bit more in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's been the theme of a lot of our conversation as the Stars want a little bit more of an ugly game. They want a little bit more of that counterattacking opportunities, and we've seen it over the last 5 minutes or so. So I would anticipate as we enter Q4 here, the objective for the visitors is going to be possession-based football, continue to move around the teams and make the legs of the Stars work as opposed to the legs of the Sockers.
Something I was mentioning earlier as the blue card happened on Cesar Ceredub right before the shootout was how grueling of a month of January this is going to be for the San Diego Sockers. They are on their first of 6 straight away games. They just played last night at home, so let's just count that as 7 straight games that are tough on the schedule. Tonight they are at Tacoma. They go next week to at Baltimore on Saturday to at Utica on Sunday. They got to play back-to-back in 2 different cities again. Following weekend of that, they go to Milwaukee. They play a midweek game at Empire. Granted, it's the same state, but still an away game midweek on a Thursday. Before turning around Friday, they're going to fly out. Saturday, they're going to be at Baltimore for the second time in 2 weeks. I mean, schedule makers did no favor to the San Diego Sockers for the month of January.
No favors whatsoever. And within an organization, and all teams have to handle this in some degree throughout the course of the MASL season, but this is where you lean on your veterans, right? This is where you lean on the legends of the game, the Pardos, the Nick Pereiras, to really instill a quality culture, to eat well, get your nutrition, review game plan, get to bed early, get your morning walk and stretches. All of that stuff is so vital when you're on the road like that, and you would expect this team, especially with the makeup that they have within their team, to do that very, very well.
Tacoma will see a slight globe-trotting instance later on in the season in March. Not quite to the extent of what San Diego has, but in March they'll play at Milwaukee, at Empire, at Baltimore, and at Utica, all within a 7-day stretch. That'll be tough on the Stars, all 4 of those away games, but that's got nothing on these Sockers. Man, kudos to them in the airline miles that they're about to collect, though, over this next month.
Absolutely, and they'll be looking to collect some points here, and they've got 15 minutes to do so, 3-3, as we enter the final quarter.
Pereira lays off for Gonzalez. Hernandez intercepts. This is Rivers. Rivers had himself an interesting third quarter. We'll see if the fourth quarter has a little bit better fate in store for him. In-house hustle stats show 18 shots on goal for the San Diego Sockers and 15 shots on goal for the Tacoma Stars. A very even game, 3-3 so far. Tacoma, this has been their MO and their bread and butter, is these low-scoring defensive battle games. Outside of the 8-0 loss earlier this week to San Diego, it's been rather low-scoring affairs when they saw Baltimore, when they saw Empire. Briscoe cuts inside. Briscoe thought about a shot, had a pass, and it was taken away so well by Charlie Gonzalez. He reads the game like no other. Correa at the point. Swung around. Mendoza, he's got 2 tonight. He has the last 2 for the Tacoma Stars.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that 8-0 is a little bit of an anomaly as this team has pride themselves on their defensive resilience. We're seeing that here this evening.
Correa gets in behind, tries to find Nicasio, but falls back to himself. That ball was inside the post when it deflected away. Nicasio turns on one. Goes to the far side of the field. Correa needs a sub. In that quarter break, Correa was getting a little bit of treatment from the trainer on a thigh. And over there, he seemed to sub pretty quickly on that shift. See if that thigh has any sort of issues for Correa. Cox plays a dangerous ball. Tyler John, back heel. John again, and it's cleared away. Pardo maybe got a kick in on Tyler John. But no harm, no foul. And a whistle blown as Nicasio slid in late. John has words for Pardo. The young bull and the vet. Take a look at Nicasio. Called for a foul there, and I just think it's the way he goes into that and the way he left his feet, because he does cleanly get the ball, but his body seemed a bit out of control going through. Jones takes off on Ruggles. Morgan, heel flick. Jones turns it. This is Lima.
Yeah, this quarter has definitely started the way that the Stars would have wanted. It's fast-paced, it's aggressive, a lot of challenges flying in. They've also been winning the possession battle in the first couple minutes. We've seen a flurry of rotations.
Lima, tons of space in the middle of the field. Lima puts it on his left. Cerda puts his body on the line and blocks it away. Chip ball off the top of the glass, finds its way up the staircase.
Love that from the captain, Cerda. Took a strong shot to the back from Lima. You heard him let out a large cry just of, I don't know, amped up aggression. Jumped up tall and won the header as well. That's what you want from your leader.
Mendoza runs over it. Hansen plays it off the boards, but it hits the lip of the wall. Not the bounce he was looking for. Ramos, a little bit of pressure from Jose Gonzalez. Briscoe wants to clear out this side. Cuts back on Cerda. Briscoe with a shot. Pardo gets a partial stop. Briscoe picks it away. Cerda volleyed that ball straight into the air. Pardo catches. Here's a header going the other way. Beretta comes off. There was a clear sign from the referee saying it was an unintentional pass back, allowing Pardo to make the catch. Stars bench a little up in arms over the play, but we play on. John pushed off the ball by Ruggles. Nicasio puts one off the boards. Pardo just swipes at it. Nestor Hernandez now breaks through. Jones finds Nicasio. Pardo off of his line. Tyler John with the tap in. Nicasio put it on a platter. Tyler John shares some more words with Boris Pardo. What a sequence of events in Tacoma.
I think we just saw the temperature rise quite a bit over that period of play. You mentioned it, the young bull taking on the vet, and what a finish and what a build-up this is, and it couldn't be any easier. Just in the right place. Very simple, but it's the afters that really cranked up the heat. We've got 11 minutes and quite a match in our hands here as a finale. 4-3.
Tyler John, one of the more aggressive players that the league has to offer. He's never going to back down from anyone or anything. And so far, he has the Stars with the upper hand. Curious to see how this pans out the remainder of the night. Nicasio on the assist. And Rivers trying to break forward. He gets the ball to fall to his feet nicely. Rivers can't go square to Cox. But Nicasio did 90% of the work. I mean, Tyler John was the participant in the group project who does the bare minimum and still gets the A. Cox had a nifty move to beat the defender, but an under-hit pass. Shot off the near side post. Beretta got some hands onto it. Caceres forward for Rivers. This is where the Stars can be dangerous. Full sprint breakout, and they slow it down and play back. That's the kind of game that San Diego's looking to avoid, is that transition move. And a good substitution by Mendez to get on the field while Briscoe's running after the ball.
Yeah, this is a really great period for the Stars. Game plan going exactly how they want.
Caceres intercepts. Mendoza, he's asking for help. Correa switches play to Briscoe. Caceres wants to slow things down, and that's what a captain does. Sets the tempo for the team, and Caceres wants to space out the field, so he's dropped way back right now, giving the Stars just a defensive option to bring the ball all the way back. Jones slides through the defense like butter and just misses out. Second time, though, Ramos missed out on the opportunity. It was a great block, great save. Caceres clipped by Mendez.
Yeah,
How does that feel as a goalkeeper when your field player makes such a good save on a shot, right? Pardo out of position and the field player just able to drop to a knee and get a really good save on it.
Yeah, you know you have that chemistry with your team when you know that that defender is going to be filling in gaps, and it's hard when you're coming across your goal like that after going to ground.
Mendez was maybe a little confused on how far away from the free kick he had to be, as Caceres asked for it multiple times. Referee finally stepped him off. Beretta plays that ball into his own bench. And that's going to be a restart into the top of the arc.
A little bit careless from 0-0, adding a little bit of unnecessary pressure here. And up steps the one and only.
A one-goal game, Stars lead. Pereira over the ball. Goes wide, shot, foot save, Beretta. Not out of danger yet. Second shot wide. Gonzalez over it now. Beretta's down on the ground. He might be hurt.
Yeah, it looks like his foot got pinned. It was an amazing save. And because that ball came in so quick, but it looked like his foot got pinned as he made contact with the save. And Pereira's giving him some love on the ground. As we see him shift over here. Yeah, those are awkward as a keeper. The danger zone is, weirdly enough, right below you and right on both sides of your feet, as it's really hard to get down, but shifts the knee over and needing some treatment at the end of it.
Fans, be sure to catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and YouTube and CBS Sports Galaza Network. Alex Bachavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss all the league's hot topics. Off screen right now, you may have saw it across your screen just moments ago, Danny Waltman has some gloves on. He is warming up. Beretta is back up to his feet. Danny Waltman got a couple of minutes in the game Tuesday night against the San Diego Sockers, down in San Diego, 13 minutes of playing time, and he had 2 saves on 2 attempts. Danny Waltman, the Tacoma Stars legend, playing a real veteran role here, backing up Luis Beretta this season.
It's really valuable as a young goalkeeper is breaking into the side. Obviously, Chris Toth making his way out of the Stars to San Diego. It's fantastic to have a mentor and a legend like Danny Waltman. And it looks like Waltman is going to need to step up for his team. Beretta is not one to feign an injury, and he is trying everything he can to stay on the pitch. But I'd be surprised based on what I'm seeing if he continues.
So for the remaining 8 minutes and 26 seconds of tonight's game, Danny Waltman will be between the sticks as Beretta makes his way to the bench. Danny Waltman, another legend in goalkeeping. We've already talked today about Boris Pardo and Chris Toth. Danny Waltman has 1,962 career saves. He's played in 168 games. He is 87, 70, and 9 in those games. And here he is, the legend. And in a little bit of danger right off the bat, a free kick against the wall, as this is where that ball's gonna restart following where the injury was. It's like you got Charlie Gonzalez and Morales over the ball. Gonzalez runs over and peels to his right. Ball off the wall, bounces around. Lima clears it sky high, goes up for the header. Correa now breaks out for Jamal Juice Cox. He's in a foot race. Cox passed him. John open on his right-hand side. John just misses out. That pass too far in front. Not out of trouble yet. Correa for Cox. Cox finishes. The Tacoma Stars capitalize. It's a sigh of relief for Jamal Cox. He thought he was going to have an assist to Tyler John. He ends with a goal. Tyler John manages to have more words for Boris Pardo in the aftermath.
Oh, yeah, we've reached boiling point. Juice Cox put his hands in his head because he knew that he absolutely whiffed that square pass to put it on a platter. And the fortunes favored him as it just falls kindly to Adrian Carrera, straight back to his feet, and it's another tap in.
And we got pushing and shoving on the field right now. Caceres is in it. Lima's been in it. Cardenas is in the mix. And right now, I don't think these two teams are talking about dinner reservations after the game.
Yeah, it's not boiling anymore. It's boiled over.
Adam Becker's on the field trying to push his guys off. Caceres has words for Charlie Gonzalez, who won't give him the light of day, has his back turned to him. Pardo trying to plead to one official about what happened in the box or what was said. You got to imagine video review is going to come into play. Logan Jones being a mediator of the two teams. He's standing at the midfield line trying to get his guys back towards the bench. Tacoma trying to get their guys back on defense while San Diego is in the bench area listening to Phil Salvaggio. 8:05 remain here in the fourth quarter, and things are spicy.
Obviously the cameras are on head coach Adam Becker here. He is livid with his team, trying to keep their heads level. And they need a little bit of a reset here. They've got 8 minutes and a 2-goal lead. This is where they wanted to be at this point in the game, but they can't get silly.
And so tempers flared. No cards, nothing issued. Just some stern talking to from our officiating crew. Our crew chief tonight is Shane Butler. Our referees Brian Martin, assistant referee Ryan Ottle. Fourth official is Ben Warren, and in the penalty box is Lucas Cross. And if you disagree with the call tonight, you might just see it on MASL's most controversial show, Under Review with Phil Levanco and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube. We may or may not be getting a couple of clips from this game on the very next edition of Under Review.
And the shootout earlier was interesting to me as they ruled it as a last man, whereas earlier in the game they didn't rule it as a last man, and they were very similar. So that's one I would like to see reviewed a little bit more.
Gonzalez pokes up the wall for Morgan. Back for Cerda. I did mention it earlier. Tacoma does not have the upper hand in this all-time meeting. Here's a shot from distance. Waltman makes a save, and it's cleared away. Another body on the ground in the goal. We're going to get a stop in play. And it might be Logan Jones. Take another look. Here's a shot from distance. Body's hitting the floor. And we're going to take a break and hit our media timeout. It's Tacoma Stars 5. It's San Diego Sockers 3. 7:40 to play here in this fourth quarter. We'll be right back with the remainder of tonight's action on MAS.
Is it normal to sweat this much? This is awful. This is a mean sweat. Quit looking at me, Susan. When was the last time I ate something planted? It's not that I don't like vegetables. Doctor, I said stuff. I can't pay for a nutritionist. Why is this always such a whole big thing?
With nutrition counseling included, staying on top of your health doesn't have to be a whole big thing. Kaiser Permanente. Healthcare that just works.
From the Pacific to the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members build equity and refinance with confidence. Invest in your future with a commercial real estate loan. From residential investment properties to industrial real estate, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big, we got you.
Welcome back into the ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington. Peyton Barron's, Cole Weaver. Tacoma Stars holding on to a 2-goal lead with 7:40 to play. But as the all-time history shows between these two sides, it does not favor Tacoma, and they need to do everything perfect for the remainder of this game in order to survive. 6-34-4 all-time in the modern era against San Diego. And last season, they were 1-4-1 with that lone win coming early in the season. It was in December. And you see a sixth attacker already on the field for San Diego. That's Charlie Gonzalez wearing the pink shirt. So off the restart, the Sockers think it's go time.
Yeah, what's ironic, Peyton, I think this is the first spell of actual possession that the Sockers have had in this last period.
Let's see how it plays out for them here. Gonzalez for Pereira. Ball squared across the middle, nearly falls. Ball kicked long, Briscoe on the run. Pardo subbed himself on the run all the way back into the defensive half. We'll see, he's gonna go right back to the bench, and the Sockers are gonna go right back to their sixth attacker. A little bit early, in my opinion. I don't think that they needed it quite yet, but maybe the offense needs a kickstart. It needs a spark.
Yeah, this is definitely a statement piece here.
Pereira. Gonzalez. Cerda, back for Gonzalez. Diagonal ball. In the middle, Morgan, and it's deflected away at the last minute. Morgan thought he had a sure goal.
Yeah, great block from Hernandez there, staying strong.
Pereira poked away from Cox. Hernandez funnels it up the boards. This is intercepted. Empty net ahead. Nicasio taken off of his feet by the cleanest challenge you have ever seen, Cesar Cerda. That was
goal
wicked.
Saving as well. I mean, empty net. Nicasio bearing down on goal. That runs the risk of a sixth attacker. So far, it's working.
Left-footed shot, strike, goal! Sockers back within one. What a hit from Luis Morales.
Wow, Morales take a bow, just a thunderbolt. And back on the field comes the goalkeeper, Pardo, for the Sockers. That's exactly what they needed, and it's simple in the end. A little bit of isolation and just a rocket past Danny Waltman.
Assist goes to Cerda. And the sixth attacker off the field. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. So the sixth attacker pays off for the San Diego Sockers. They throw the pink shirt on Charlie Gonzalez. And when you got a guy like Luis Morales to just strike a ball like that, I mean, any goalkeeper in the league has no chance. Danny Waltman, I feel bad for him having to come off the bench and then face that kind of shot.
Yeah, he's had one save otherwise, and when you're coming into a game late as a goalkeeper, it's nice to get your hands on the ball as quickly as possible. And he did that with a partial save, but not as lucky with the second. And what I'm curious about, Peyton, here over the next 5.5 minutes, will the Stars continue to do what got them to this point, or are they going to make tactical changes and try and hold their 5-4 lead? Personally, I would want them to continue to play on the front foot, make this game a little bit more of a track meet, because we just saw the extended possession for the visitors and how well it paid off.
You know, and when everything was boiling over and tempers were flaring, Adam Becker was frustrated, and he did not want his team to change the way that they were playing from that moment and get distracted with all this other noise happening on the field. And I fear that that's exactly what just happened. Those sort of tempers and the emotion that just took over has changed the course of the game. You just gave San Diego bulletin board material. You gave them more motivation than ever to come out and go after you. And I think that the Tacoma Stars now, They got a tough 5 minutes and 45 seconds ahead of them. Tonight, the Tacoma Stars proudly celebrate Latino Heritage Night. The Stars are wearing special edition jerseys inspired by the iconic look of the Mexican national team, honoring the culture and passion that has helped shape the beautiful game. These one-of-a-kind jerseys are available for auction right now through the Live Source app, giving fans a chance to take home a piece of tonight's celebration. Don't miss your opportunity to bid and support the Stars while also celebrating Latino heritage. Hansen into the corner. Lima trying to get in onto this late. Mendoza flicks forward for John. Mendez tries to play his own number forward. Waltman. Uh-oh, this is trouble. Mendez squares it back. Cox makes a last-minute touch forward. Gonzalez's shot, no, and it's deflected away. Cardenas chests it down. Mendez has all sorts of energy. This is amazing to see. Ball clipped forward for Ramos. I guess safe to say Mendez didn't finish last night's game. He didn't play a full 60 minutes last night. Gonzalez up the boards for Cardenas. Hard hit ball to Ruggles. And now back for Cardenas.
And there was an opportunity in there for the Stars just to gain a little bit of the upper hand, and it fell the way of the Sockers as we're seeing them start to build their possession. Stars need to hold strong here.
Pereira in the corner. Overlap from Charlie Gonzalez. Waltman has to come off of his line. Him and Jones watch the ball go between them, but Jones comes out with it clean. Briscoe speeding in a school zone. He gets himself into the attack. Mendoza, John to his right. John tried to go underneath Pardo. Second time effort. It did get under Pardo, but didn't go anywhere. Pereira clipped that ball up and over the wall. And the restart's going to come to the top of the arc as Pereira was in the defensive third when that ball went out of bounds.
And we're highlighting this goalkeeper versus forward matchup, and in the middle of all that, Pardo made a really good save on John. And I'm sure that that'll be remembered for years to come against those two.
Caceres, a three-man wall in front of him, and he's got three players in white shirts off to his left-hand side. Caceres on the walk-up. Caceres wants a timeout to talk this over. Caceres, Lima, Cox, Mendoza, and Cale Spence are the five on the field. Cale Spence, shocking to see in this sort of attack where you are able to set up a play. You generally want your trusted clinical finishers, and the Tacoma Stars are going with a guy that is fairly new to indoor soccer. He's a very skilled, quality, technical player, but Cale Spence does not have the same accolades that some other players on this team do.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm speaking from a heck of a lot of personal experience here. Cale's a very good friend of mine. I went to high school with him, played with him at Ballard, played against him multiple years at UPS and PLU. He's a player where you talk about clinical finishing. He's one of the best clinical finishers I know personally. He just hasn't had the opportunity to prove it on a stage like this. So it's really good to see him getting the opportunity, and we'll see how they set up this next set piece here.
For what it's worth on Cale Spence, this is his fifth career game with the Tacoma Stars. He's got one goal so far in his career. Just this season, though, this is his second game. He's only played one more so far this season, and he's got no goals on this season, on this campaign. See if he can get one here. The Stars remain with the same five on the field. No changes in that timeout.
Yeah, look for something to be wrapped into the far post off of a layoff here. Obviously some trickery with a stacked three. Cale Spence at the back of it.
Caceres on the walk-up. Caceres looks, he scans, he shoots. Didn't get the look that he wanted. Ball sent forward. Caceres off the chest, and he's going to have to play back for Danny Waltman.
Yeah, disappointing that they couldn't take advantage of it.
Cox chases down this ball that was dropped back for Pardo. 3.5 minutes to play in regulation. Stars still by one. Gonzalez goes forward. This is Morgan. Cerda now. Ball goes inward for Morgan. He's trying to spin Briscoe. Morgan, he's taken to ground. Whistle's going to be blown, and this ball is coming to the penalty spot. Excuse me, it's going to just be a top of the arc restart. It's not going to be a penalty shot. San Diego is frustrated. Take another look at this here. Morgan is turning Briscoe, gets himself into a good shooting position. I think San Diego has a right to be frustrated.
I think they do, and they already used their challenge, if I remember earlier, so this is going to stand. And Morgan is furious and still in the ear of referee.
Timeout's called on the field. I believe so, as Phil Salvaggio has walked himself out onto the field. Clarification being given all around. There's Sockers everywhere. The Stars are heading back to their bench. Ruggles wants a further explanation. And we're going to step aside and take a short break. 3:10 remaining. Stars 5, Sockers 4. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MASL TV.
To the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members build equity and refinance with confidence. Invest in your future with a commercial real estate loan. From residential investment properties to industrial real estate, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big, we got you.
Welcome to Xena Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luns. So what's special about it?
Welcome back into the Accesso Showwear Center. So through that timeout, the San Diego Sockers put a 6th attacker on the field. Charlie Gonzalez is on. So I might not expect a shot on goal here in this situation. And they might try and pass around and keep possession. Let's see what they do. Pereira gets the soul roll. It's flicked back, and this ball is clipped off the boards and all the way back into the defensive third. Powerful strike from Pereira. Sockers in a 6th attacker situation following the restart.
Yeah, it paid off for them the first time they did this. They almost got bit on a counterattacking play, but it was a great tackle in the middle of the pitch. Second time go at it. Everything on the line.
Here's Gonzalez. Cerda now. Swings it to the bottom of your screen. Gonzalez, he'll have a strike from distance. Doesn't here. Pereira plays it back to the top. There's a shot. Jones with a block. He does it so well. Tyler John settles. He wants to go deep. Correa. Hansen tries to push it forward. The Stars were in between two camps there of either keeping possession or going long, and they couldn't decide either way successfully.
I think Tyler John wanted to get a long-distance shot off, and he couldn't just, the ball wouldn't settle for him.
I think you got to keep your head up and see if Charlie Gonzalez retreats, you keep possession. But if Pardo slips himself onto the field, you got to try and beat that run. Pereira. Cerda for Gonzalez. Minute 45. Morales, he had the last goal. A venomous left foot. Spins Correa. Tyler John, he gets the long distance effort. It's curling, but it's not going to be enough. We saw an instance last night where San Diego thought that they had a full field shot, full field goal, but it was a 3-line call, and it happened with just a few seconds left in the game. Caceres just toe pokes, wants to roll this out of his own defensive end. Minute 10 remaining, and the Stars have to fight off this 6th attacker. John, the point man defensively, Jones up front with him.
60 seconds remaining in the second half. 60 seconds.
Cerda, center of the field. Ball poked in the air across the way for Mendez. Morales' strike, it's off the wall. Jones laces this ball forward. Stars not gonna chase after it, and they're gonna sit in their defensive position. 30 seconds remain in regulation. Gonzalez a strike, Waltman 2 hands to it. Mendez sets up Cerda. Back into the middle, Morgan. Morales is shot, Hansen, a last-ditch effort save. He pokes it over the netting, but Chase Hansen just saved a goal.
Game winner. It's getting slotted into that bottom corner. And Hansen just reading the play and knowing that a repeat of the Soccer's 4th goal is about to occur. What a block that was.
Charlie Gonzalez, the 6 attackers in the corner. We wait for this ball to return from the stands. Set onto the corner spot. Charlie Gonzalez stands over it. He assesses. Pereira on the run up. Can't beat Waltman to the near post. Jones pokes it away. Correa can't get enough of a touch on it. Morales just misses out on the upper bins. This is Mendez. Back to Morales. Morales, a right-footed effort. It's deflected. That's the horn. The Tacoma Stars hold on to the 5-4 win. Danny Waltman off the bench does just enough for the Tacoma Stars to be victorious over these San Diego Sockers. What a game, what an ending, and what a night in Tacoma.
Wow, and breathe. What a finish that was. And it really, the theme of the night, it came down to something that we highlighted as a weakness for the Stars, but turned into a strength. The power plays that they killed, and you could basically treat the 6th man attacker for the Sockers also as a power play. And they conceded 1 goal basically off of 2 different periods of play, but they held down the hatches when the time mattered the most. And what a victory that is, coming off of an 8-0 battering away at San Diego, and to get the job done here at home. Adam Becker must be so proud of his squad.
Couple of tough games ahead for San Diego. Tough on the back-to-back. Looks like Peyton Chick is down on the field with Logan Jones. And let's hear how this goes with Logan.
And kind of exploit their weaknesses and play to our strengths a little bit tonight, and I think it worked out.
And then how are you going to take this momentum moving forward into the next game?
Yeah, I mean, 4-1's a great start for us. Always good beating a good team, especially at home, and we definitely want to keep it going. But it's early, it's a long season, so stay consistent, stay with the game plan, and keep going from here.
Good job tonight. Yeah.
Thanks to Peyton, thanks to Logan. The Tacoma Stars 5, the San Diego Sockers 4. We'll step aside, take a quick break, come back, wrap up tonight, and show some highlights for this Stars win right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MASL TV.
Is it normal to sweat this much? This is awful. This is a mean sweat. Quit looking at me, Susan. I know the last time I ate something planted. It's not that I don't like vegetables. Doctor, I said stuff. I can't pay for a nutritionist. Why is this always such a whole big thing?
With nutrition counseling included, staying on top of your health doesn't have to be a whole big thing. Kaiser Permanente. Healthcare that just works.
From the Pacific to the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members build equity and refinance with confidence. Invest in your future with a commercial real estate loan. From residential investment properties to industrial real estate, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big. We got you.
Welcome back into our final scenes here at the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington. Peyton Barron's Cole Weaver seen an amazing night tonight from the Tacoma Stars, and they've tied their best start in team history, tied it with the 2018-2019 season and the 2022-23 season for 4 wins in their first 5 games. Take a look at some of the highlights from tonight's match that led into this 5-4 victory. Jamal Cox got everything kicked off and got the Tacoma Stars their first goal of the night. And we saw ourselves a good one tonight, Cole.
Yeah, and the Juice, just like last time at home, getting his team on the score sheet early and really set the tempo for this game.
Following Jamal Cox, it was a pair from Nani Mendoza, and I mean, a dynamic Nani Mendoza player. That was Tavoy Morgan just leveling things. Incredible stuff that we saw from Tavoy Morgan tonight. This Tacoma Stars team, though, I mean, resilient. They fought. There's Mendoza's first, and then the penalty shot comes up second for Nani Mendoza. But, I mean, what a player, what a guy, what a game.
I love that finish, too. Just flicks it up to himself. So clever and so intentional as well.
That's Reyes' goal, the rookie, getting his first goal of the season, just signed on. Signed three rookies here for the San Diego Sockers team, signed on for this match and the road trip coming up. Take a look, Adrian Correa breaking some ankles, pushing this ball into the corner. Another look at Nani Mendoza's goal.
And young legs are going to be important as well, as we talked about quite a bit. The Sockers road trip upcoming, so you'd imagine those rookies are going to be involved very quickly. Good to see one of them get on the board as well. And I love this goal here for Pereira, just so simple in his setup, just to be buried in the bottom corner as well. And this was the isolated run-up penalty kick, and Mendoza getting his second on the night. Really clever finish as he just slots it into that far corner.
Boris Pardo had himself a milestone night despite the loss. He had his 2,000th career save early on in this game from a shot from midfield from Nani Mendoza. Take a look at that strike from Morales. I mean, how pretty does it get? That nearly got the Sockers back. It was a 5-3 game. That got them 1 goal closer to getting all the way back. Here's some of the chaos in the middle. Tyler John, this kind of started a little bit of the tempers being flared as Tyler John went straight after Boris Pardo. Look at this opportunity. Missing out on Tyler John, but luckily Adrian Correa comes back into the frame and finds Jamal Cox. That's the Tacoma Stars' 5th of the night.
Just beautiful. And seeing that reaction from Juice Cox, he knows it as well.
The Stars look ahead at what's next on their schedule. They go on the road to the Empire Strikers before returning home next Sunday to play the St. Louis Ambush. You can catch all of that action on MASL TV, and that's going to do it for us here from Kent, Washington. For Cole Weaver and for everyone back at Mission Control, I'm Peyton Barons. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast of Major Arena Soccer League.
Out here in the Pacific Northwest, every jersey is made with care right here at home. Crafted for the Tacoma Stars and teams across the nation. Built to perform on the big stage. I'm proud to wear Prototype Sports, the official uniform supplier of the Tacoma Stars.
Go Stars!
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Front Wave Credit Union, we're all in on you. You're not just a number, you're a member. And we're putting $350 behind what we believe in. Get started today. Dream big. We got you.
Welcome to Zenith Sports and Techie. I'm Paul Hansen.
And I'm Philip Luns. So what's special about the Techie ball is a size 3, but a weight of a size 5, which would make it challenging and fun to use. Like Paul said, doing practices on your own time.
What I know about this ball is whether you're starting out at age 5, or you're an old fart like me, or a younger fart like Philip. This ball is something that's going to take your ability when you practice with it and then go use a regulation ball. It's going to increase your comfort, increase your technical ability, increase your speed. Welcome to Techie.